does make me wonder whether I'd ever take the plunge myself. But what's really interesting about the trend for lone travel is for some, it's not a necessity, but a choice, simply because they prefer it. Lucy is a travel content creator. She's been racking up the air miles for almost a decade, visiting approximately 50 countries. Tell me, you do a lot of travelling, don't you? Do you always travel on your own?
No, I try to do a real mixture of trips. I like to keep it different each time. So sometimes I'll travel solo, sometimes I'll travel with friends, sometimes with my partner. He only has limited annual leave, so it's a really good means that when we go on trips, we can go on a holiday together. And when I'm traveling for work, I get to do that by myself.
And what is it about travelling on your own that you enjoy so much?
I think for me, it's the freedom. I've always loved the fact that I can just go off and go to a new place at the drop of a hat and explore a new culture, get to know the local people. I think it's been a real driver of my personal growth to do it by myself as well, because every time I go away by myself, I face new challenges.
Lucy has some useful advice about how to stay safe whilst travelling alone.
Arriving during daylight hours makes a massive difference. I think especially as a female traveller, when you arrive in a new destination and maybe it's late at night or you just come off an overnight bus or flight and you're really tired, those are the points that I find you're most vulnerable to things going wrong. I think just thinking ahead and planning can make all the difference.
Have you got any top tips for keeping your budget as low as possible, as a lone traveller?
Absolutely. Not eating out in higher price point restaurants, looking at cheaper options or street food. And then obviously your accommodation is normally quite a large part of your cost when you're doing a trip. There's a lot of misconceptions about hostels, and there's a lot of really amazing options now, much more bougie style hostels, much more sort of luxe kind of feel to them.
What would your message be to any of our viewers who are thinking of doing this themselves?
I think just do it. I feel like that you can spend so much time worrying about it or overthinking it. And my best advice is book the trip and then think about it later.
As a life coach, I'm always encouraging people to seize the day and create an opportunity to lead their best life. I've got to be honest, I didn't think it was for me, but I'm coming round to it. Maybe my next trip will be a solo one.